Thank you, Sarah. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, said, AI is like a tutor that will never get tired, never get frustrated, and will be infinitely patient. It will revolutionize education by personalizing learning for every student. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, says, AI has the potential to transform education by making high-quality learning accessible to everyone, everywhere. It can help teachers customize lessons and unlock each student's potential. Sal Khan, founder of Khan Academy, says, AI is not just a tool for automation, it is a tool for humanization. With AI, we can give every student a personal tutor and every teacher a supportive assistant. All of these mean AI is poised to revolutionize education by acting as an infinitely patient, personalized tutor, making high-quality learning accessible to all while empowering teachers and students alike. Rather than replacing human roles, it democratizes education by scaling tailored learning, fostering inclusivity, and unlocking each student's potential through adaptive, lifelong journey. Good morning, respected dignitaries, educators, and my dear panelists. Welcome to today's engaging panel discussion on reimagining learning with AI. As technology rapidly evolves, artificial intelligence is reshaping education in unprecedented ways. Today, we have 5 insightful grade 12 panelists before us who will explore how AI is transforming learning, classrooms, and skill development. A round of applause for them, please. Our discussion will cover 5 key topics: AI's impact on lifelong learning and skill development. We'll move on to AI and the future of classroom dynamics, AI-driven collaboration and peer learning. We had heard about collaboration being talked before. AI-powered education platforms versus traditional schools, and AI's role in fostering creativity and critical thinking. Let us begin. Surya Kauthik Basangi, you tried your hands on creating a Google Play app to locate free community fridges in Qatar, tackling food insecurity. At the heart of this work lies a crucial question. How can AI transform lifelong learning and skill development? Could you speak on that, please?
Good morning, respected dignitaries and educators. So to answer the question we have at hand today, how exactly is AI transforming lifelong learning? I believe AI is transforming lifelong learning in 3 primary ways, as you can see on screen. So firstly, I think it's creating personalized learning paths. With the help of AI platforms like Coursera and Duolingo, educators are able to provide courses tailor-made for learners. Learners are also able to learn at their own pace. They're able to track their progress and focus on their strengths and weaknesses, and then having like a more personalized learning experience. Secondly, we have efficient skill development. Because in today's world, learning new skills is very important, and with the help of AI, things like coding, graphic design, and video editing are made possible through platforms like Canva, Blackbox, etc. that offer you basic presets and templates that allows people to learn these skills in a much more simpler way. And lastly, you have accessibility and inclusivity. Because now with the help of AI, there's no confinement or restriction on learning. With the help of platforms like Khan Academy, anyone can learn from anywhere, and the traditional barriers of cost, physical proximity, or physical ability are all now resolved.
Listening from you about accessibility and inclusivity, Kauthik, could you tell us how, or what is your take on personalized learning? How to achieve this in a classroom setting that we have?
We have many AI platforms today that can help assist us in personalized learning. Some of them are shown on the screen, like uPresenter, Exam.AI, NotebookLM, or Speechify. But one such AI platform that I will be focusing upon today is DFIT. So what is DFIT? DFIT is an AI-powered platform that helps educators create differentiated learning materials. Then, how exactly do you access DFIT? The first thing that you want to do is you want to go to web.dfit.me. And then this is the user interface of DFIT and the home screen, and you can quickly begin by clicking on the Teacher Start Here button. Then, what can DFID really do? DFID does three major things. It differentiates any resource. Secondly, it generates content. And thirdly, it turns your content into student activities. But then, what exactly is the biggest selling point of DFID? The biggest selling point of DFID is that it generates content in any language based on your need. Because in today's world, we have a lot of AI platforms, but having AI platforms that can generate content in languages like Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, but also in languages like French, Arabic, and Spanish, that's something we don't always find. And another feature of DFID is that it helps you personalize the resources to the reading level of your classroom. So whether if it's a 5th grade class or a 10th grade class, you can personalize the content. Then let's see how to use DFID. The first thing that you want to do is you want to enter a prompt. So whether you're a mathematics teacher who wants to teach algebra, or a chemistry teacher wishing to teach acids and bases, any prompt that you have of the topic you're teaching can be entered here. And then it instantly produces amazing visuals that help students learn more easily. Then we can also create adapted reading passages with DFID, and it also cites the sources of where exactly it got that content from. Then it also generates contents and also gives you the specific answers for those questions. Then it also allows you to add skill-specific questions, things like comprehension questions, simple reasoning, strategic thinking. Although few of these options are restricted to the premium version, DFID offers a 60-day free trial for all people using the platform, so everyone can use DFID and know what it really offers. Then it also gives you these really complex and advanced questions and the answers for them. Then, what exactly is the last thing DFID does? It helps you create student activities in minutes. It offers you multiple different range of activities that you can choose from. Things like reading summaries, things like bubble map with image workbook, or Google Forms quizzes, or reading with discussion questions. It instantly creates these amazing slides with good visuals, the content, and it also allows you to edit and customize the slides that it has made for you. Then, what exactly is the most important thing at the end? The most important thing is to be able to share these resources. And with the help of DFID, you can just click the 3 dots button and download the resource that you have created in an instant and share it with your classroom, share it with your colleagues, and just share these resources to, in general, promote more inclusive and personalized learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Kauthik. Well said. We have to understand learning is not a phase, but an essential lifelong habit. And DFID AI offers a powerful and user-friendly solution for educators, streamlining content creation while maintaining high-quality, differentiated learning materials, enhancing teaching efficiency and accessibility for diverse students' needs. Dear teachers, let us all try to be a little different in our classroom setup using DFID for differential learning. Moving on to Ishant Datta. While AI-powered education promises hyper-personalized learning, can we truly accelerate adaptive learning by prioritizing student psychology over technology? We would like to hear from you, Ishant.
Good morning. I'm audible? Good morning, respected dignitaries and educators over here. I definitely do think that through student-focused psychology and cognitive psychology learning, we can help in integrating AI into the future of classroom dynamics. Let's do a couple of things here. Let's talk about, no, thank you. Let's talk about a couple of things here. Firstly, let's look at how fast the world has evolved over the past 100 years. We've seen industrialization, globalization, and then the birth of modern technology come and go in such a fast way, in such a rapid rate. However, education up until 5 years ago has remained more or less the same. 100 years ago, we still saw the same desks and blackboards. Now, it still remains the same. Maybe we see a whiteboard here and there, right? But then over the span of 5 years, because of the challenges faced by educators due to the pandemic and the availability of AI to the masses, we've seen huge delta in classroom dynamics and education in these years. True change has begun, and it starts right now. Now, let's talk about a few tools that actually benefit classroom dynamics and personalization, which will then focus on psychology, student-focused psychology and its cognitive level. Firstly, we have Pear Deck, Classcraft, Smart Sparrow, Flipgrid. All of these tools essentially help in personalizing students' experience and also gamifying your classroom in order to make it even more interactive and even better for their understanding and interests. However, I'll be talking about an AI tool that is so very impactful in today's world, and that is TWE. TWE AI is an AI-powered content generation tool which essentially helps teachers by a few ways. Firstly, it turns any topic into ready-made classroom material. Let's think about questions. Let's think about activities. Let's talk about stories. All of these things can be readily made by TWE. And one thing to note is that TWE is best used for languages, such as English or French or Spanish, and it can be shared on Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom instantaneously. This is the website, this is the home page. As you can see in the top right corner, you can sign up for free. Once you've signed up, this is the home page that you'll see. You can see some of the tools in the middle at the bottom. I'll be talking about some of these tools here. So before we explore the toolkit at its technical level, let's talk about what it actually helps you do. Firstly, TWE can create background information so that your students stay more engaged in the classroom. Additionally, TWE is multilingual, as I've stated before, which means that teachers of second and third languages, French, Spanish, any of them, can also have access to differentiated resources. TWE helps in forming presentations as well, which means that you're now automating tasks for teachers, which inherently helps them have more focus in the classroom and more focus in their students, thus personalizing it at the very basic level. Which means that now your classrooms are scalable, your questions are also scalable, and you can also integrate and talk to every single student at their level, which means that the cognitive level of every single student can be assessed and personalized. These are some of the tools that you can see on TWE: finding discussion questions, essential vocabulary on a topic, lead-in activities, so on and so forth. Some of these are behind a paywall. However, TWE does have a very large free user base. Some of these other tools can help in increased personalization and personalized feedback for the students, such as creative writing with targeted vocabulary or a list of essay topics on a specific subject. All of these can help in actually integrating every level of student from A1 to B2 level or even higher. Let's take an example of how we can use TWE. We've used this tool which has word definition matching, and look at the right. Cognizance, scarcity, etc. And you can see the definitions in a jumbled way so that students can actually match the words with their definitions. Another example of using TWE is to create open questions for a text. But here I've not used English, I've used French. So the text that has been inputted is in French, and voila, the answers and the questions are all over here so that you can access them in a very easy way. So we've learned from this that TWE is not just something that makes sure that your classes are interactive, but we've also seen because of TWE's easy access and because you can share it very easily with all of your students, it makes it so that education is no longer bounded by our school walls, and it is a limitless field of innovation and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishant. Actually, TWE, it's really wonderful for class induction. The first few minutes when we go to the class to set the tone of the class, we have our questions in mind and that should be placed in proper order. And TWE gives us an insight to that as well, which is a very good prompt from TWE. Quiet classrooms don't mean engaged minds. Let your classroom be a place to ask better questions, get brilliant answers, and all through AI. It's important, dear educators, that we have AI-powered participation for every classroom. And it's not a choice now. It's a priority and essentiality. With its ability to instantly generate lesson plans, quizzes, and multimedia content from a single prompt, TWE AI stands out as a game changer for time-strapped educators. And English and foreign language teachers, TWE is for all of us. So let us reshape the idea of our classroom. Moving on to our next panelist, Aishwarya. We learned, Aishwarya, that you participated, and not just participated, but won the hackathon competition for SkillArc, an educational platform which enables third-party teachers to tutor students online. And also, you created a mobile app to track the productivity and also the task and daily routine of the students. Could you share with us as to how AI-driven collaboration and peer learning can be brought into classroom setups?
Good morning to everyone present here. And as ma'am mentioned, I did participate in the DPS hackathon, and I firsthand witnessed how collaboration between students and technology can do wonders. I'm sure all the teachers here know that collaboration can improve the understanding and enhance deep learning. Now with the rise of AI and other technology, it is high time we start collaborating with AI into our education sphere. So what if we had an AI tool which could integrate AI, reduce the load on teachers, and ensure collaboration? That's where I introduce you to Bright Class. Bright Class is an Indian AI classroom application which seamlessly incorporates AI tools into in-person classrooms. Now, but why Bright Class? Although it ensures a lot of tools and accessible options, the most importantly, it is built for the CBSE Indian curriculum, and it can help all the CBSE teachers present here. A quick tutorial on how to use Bright Class. You can scan this QR code, create an educator account, and encourage your students to create a student account. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about how Bright Class can help teachers, students, and in my topic, collaboration. First of all, teachers. Here is a lot of AI tools that you can use. While few of them are paid for, you can access a lot of them by using the free options. And I'm going to be talking about the most important one, which I believe will help all of you here, is the Create Lesson tool. The Create Lesson tool has CBSE topics inbuilt the platform. So all you have to do is just click on the topic you're going to teach in class, select your grade, the language even, and the type of content. I tried working with this yesterday, and I generated a PPT slide on operation of matrices, grade 12. And you can see that I got videos, images, and quiz questions. Another aspect of Bright Class, it has a teaching assistant, which helps teachers to analyze PDFs, YouTube videos, create lesson plans, and quizzes along the way. So how could this help students? Usually, students like me, we spend half of the time in class jotting down notes instead of actually listening to the teacher. So students can now, with Bright Class, can access all the materials online, and there is no uploading by the teachers required. Moreover, teachers can also use the AI to generate content suitable for all learners. So whether you have visual learners, audio learners, kinesthetic learners, all of them are covered here. And also, it also has an AI chatbot to quickly clarify doubts. Here is the example which helps in collaboration. Bright Class has an AI-powered whiteboard with Copilot in it. And if you know, Copilot is by Microsoft. And just with one click and one prompt, you can get a huge whiteboard filled with content like images, text, questions, and you can also draw over for annotation, create live quizzes, and share it with your students. Now, you can use this AI whiteboard and plug it into your smart board, which ensures that it could be used in the classroom. Another aspect of collaboration is sharing of resources, where all the students can upload their notes, and AI will finally summarize it and create an ultimate document, so none of the points are missed. So how can a day in life with Bright Class look like? It could start with lesson planning using the chatbot, integrating the whiteboard into your classroom with the smart boards, live quizzes, collaboration between students, and finally homework by accessing all the resources. So what sets Bright Class apart is that it's an in-person AI classroom integration. It brings all kinds of AI tools onto one singular platform, and again, it is tailored and fit for the CBSE Indian curriculum. So teachers, what are we waiting for? Let us harness the power of AI as a collaborative education, as after all, the future is not about man versus machine, it is about man with the machine. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Indeed, man with machine. Beyond classroom, creating a global classroom, and all with the help of collaboration between AI and humans. Bright Class AI revolutionizes teaching with its real-time, AI-powered conversational practice, offering students personalized speaking and feedback sessions, and that too well-suited for our CBSE curriculum. It's high time we use bright class to nurture bright minds. Moving on to Nikkil Decruise. Nikkil NutriNav app as an initiative combating food insecurity was basically your first step towards the world of tech innovation, innovation which meets endless possibilities. Having seen the change from traditional school format to tech-trendy classrooms, share your views on AI-powered educational platform versus traditional schools.
Good morning, dignitaries and educators. I think every time something new enters the field of education, we hit the brakes. Smartboards, oh, they're too complicated. Google, oh, students will stop thinking. Now it's AI's turn to face the drama. But let's be real. No tech has ever replaced great teachers. It just gave them new superpowers. AI isn't the end of teaching. It's the beginning of a smarter, saner way to do it. I still remember the smell of whiteboard markers and the noise they used to make as teachers wrote in a rush. Now, we've got smartboards and AI-powered platforms.
I believe we all do remember the chalk dust, the marker smell, the fidgeting with the smartboard as to how to operate it, and then AI integration. We have taken a long way, and we have a long way to take ahead as well. How might we leverage AI and adaptive tools to cater to individual motivations, cognitive rhythms, and emotional needs, ensuring no learner is left behind? Nikhil, could you speak on that, please?
I think we've entered a new era where education isn't one size fits all. We have different AI tools which personalize learning not only for students but also which are beneficial for teachers. Look at the screen right here. We have 𝐭𝐮𝐝, Perusal, YouPresenter, and School AI. Today, I'll be going in depth on talking about 𝐭𝐮𝐝, the AI co-teacher every class needs. 𝐭𝐮𝐝 is created by Khan Academy with OpenAI's magic inside. It acts like a personal tutor. It gives teachers real-time insight, and it adapts across various different subjects such as math, science, and writing. The best part about 𝐭𝐮𝐝 is that it is free for educators. The reason why it works is that students finally ask why, and teachers finally have the time to answer. So on the screen, as you can see, you can go to 𝐭𝐮𝐝.ai/teachers. I'll be talking about how to use 𝐭𝐮𝐝. The first step is to sign up a login. You can go to Khan Academy's 𝐭𝐮𝐝 page. If you don't have a Khan Academy account, create one by clicking on sign up. If you already have one, just click login and then enter your credentials. Step 2 is to enable 𝐭𝐮𝐝. Once you're logged in, go to your educator dashboard, look for the 𝐭𝐮𝐝 section, and then enable it. So this is how the 𝐭𝐮𝐝 interface looks like. It has various different tools, as you can see on the screen. For example, creating a lesson plan, creating discussion prompts, real-world context generator, or question generators. So I'll be tackling a major question, and that is how to incorporate 𝐭𝐮𝐝 into traditional schools. Firstly, on teacher integration. We can firstly train teachers on how to use 𝐭𝐮𝐝 effectively in lesson planning and classroom support. Secondly, we can use 𝐭𝐮𝐝 as a virtual co-teacher for personalized learning, FAQs, and guided problem solving. As you can see, this is a place where you can create a lesson plan, and here I'll be talking about the second point of usage, which is student use. We can allow students to use 𝐭𝐮𝐝 for at-home tutoring, project help, and concept reinforcement. What we can do next is enable real-time assistance during classwork or group activities. This could look like students having the ability to ask doubts even after they go back home. So here also you can create discussions and debates for in classroom so that content that is being learned inside the classroom is more engaging and students are more engaged with what they're learning. Within the classroom. And most importantly, on monitoring and feedback, we can use data and insights from 𝐭𝐮𝐝 to track students' progress and adjust instruction. Secondly, we can encourage students to reflect on 𝐭𝐮𝐝 interactions to promote metacognition. Because it is not only important for students to know what they're learning, it's important for them to understand why they're learning that in the first place. To end today's, I would like to say AI isn't a rival, it's a resource. Because teachers still lead, but now with more time, better insight, and smarter tools, Let's just not react to change. Let's own it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil. Well said. It's time that we start learning smart and not hard, and that too with 𝐭𝐻-𝐼𝐺o AI. Let us all try our hands on 𝐭𝐻-𝐼𝐺o, where AI meets personalized education. And not forgetting, it helps in feedback and assessment and tracking students' progress. So definitely a huge helping hand for all the educators seated here. Moving on to our last panelist, Shamitha Anand. Shamitha, you are the co-founder New Wave, the website, and that's where you took a plunge into the world of technological exploration. And also your stream, computer science, gives you the tap of your cerebrum to enhance your creativity and cognitive thinking skills. Let us hear what you have to say on AI's role in fostering creativity and critical thinking.
A very good morning to educators and dignitaries. I think we all can agree that AI has the potential to revolutionize education in ways that were once unimaginable. AI enables students to overcome their challenges, to explore new ideas, and prepare for an ever-evolving future. Now I'll be talking about AI tools that help in unlocking creativity. We have Socratic by Google, Canva Magic Design, SoundJaw, Perplexity, and Toe. But today, I'll be stressing more on 𝐶Report. So what exactly is 𝐶Report? It is an AI-powered platform that can be used by teachers, educators, and students to create more engaging, interactive, and personalized content. So here I've provided the QR code as well as the URL for 𝐶Report. Now, this is the sign-in page for 𝐶Report. It is completely free, and you can create an account, and this is the home page. But why 𝐶Report? How does it help teachers? For teachers, it helps in reducing hours of lesson planning to just minutes. It also provides the live student performance so that the teacher can create individual contents according to the student's need. Now, for students, it helps in building writing skills, curify their slides, prepare for testing, and establish daily routines. Now, I'll be talking about how to generate a lesson with AI. You simply click in your grade, the language, and the subject that you want to teach. Within a few minutes, a complete presentation of the topic with proper explanation, text, and images will be provided. On the basis of students, how does it foster creativity? It provides drawing slides and comic creation. For critical thinking, it provides debates, polls, and open-ended questions. All the students have to do is simply join with a pin. So to summarize the AI features provided by 𝐶Report, it reduces the time and effort for teachers, it makes the student more engaged with the lessons, and finally, 𝐶Report puts the query in curiosity, enhancing a more inclusive learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamitha. We do agree that AI encourages thinking beyond traditional norms. And AI generates ideas, refines arguments, and offers new perspectives. But students must learn to question, analyze, and build on these outputs. We just explored 𝐶Report, and that sparks curiosity, ignites learning with AI, and turns question with learning adventures for our students. Let us once again hear a thundering applause for all our panel members for sharing their brilliant ideas and making each one of us think in the direction of reimagining learning with AI. Key takeaways from today's session. AI as co-teacher, not replacement. Let us all relax. It is not going to replace us. It is going to facilitate us. We need to start small, one tool in one class, and the journey will be covered. Teach the critique of AI, essential new literacy, and protect human connections. Use AI to enable more of them and not less. And once again, reiterating that fact that learning is not a phase, but a lifelong habit and an essential one to keep going, keep growing, and creating impact. In this session, we just learned about the 5 tools: DFIT, for differential learning to make the class inclusive along with focus on Malayalam, Hindi and Tamil language teaching. TWE for English and foreign language teachers. Bright class for all subjects and all types of learners having a tailored-made content, in-person classroom catering, CBSE curriculum. 𝐭𝐮𝐝 providing a real-time insight for all students like math and science, and most importantly, tracking that progress. And last but not the least, 𝐶-Report for polls and debates to tap the creativity of our students. The learning journey has just taken a flight for all of us. Moving on to our next segment, the knowledge exchange, Ask and Unlock. Now we would like to hear from our dear audience, the educators. Any question for our panel members? Anyone, please? Let us make it more interactive.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deepika and students. What a wonderful panel you had. My congratulations to all of you. Spoken with great confidence. My question is, you showed a lot of tools to us. Very good. But if I'm a teacher here in the hall and I have never been using any tools on AI, and I want to use the first tool ever, what would it be apart from ChatGPT, which everybody knows? But what is it that you will suggest to these teachers, if they want to start their AI journey? Because it's very overwhelming. AI is progressing at such a rapid pace that so many tools are coming, right? 𝐭𝐮𝐝 and Curio and all these things that you showed, and I also did my own research when I was preparing for my own session. But any thoughts here? Where do we start?
I think when we use any software, the interface matters a lot. So basically, when you're deciding which AI software to first, I think when you're first deciding which AI software to use, I think the basic understanding should be how the interface looks like. So when you're deciding which AI software to look, there are various tutorials on YouTube on all the different AI tools that all of us have spoken about in today's panel discussion. So getting the feel of which software or which tool will be most beneficial for the needs or the subjects that you teach.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Anybody else can go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My question is very different from what we've been speaking about. Now, using all these tools and how easy it will be for the teachers to set homework and set tasks because they don't have to do it manually anymore, does it not worry you that because the teachers can in one go send you 10 pieces of homework or tasks or projects, because it's only a matter of minutes, they click a button and it's sent to your emails or whatever platform, that actually introducing this means you'll have a lot more work to do, and if you don't do it, they can monitor it within minutes.
I think.
I think the same way it's become very much easier for teachers to give us a lot of work, like 10 assignments at a time. With the help of AI platforms, it's also become very easy for the students to finish all those 10 assignments very quickly. Although we have AI detectors that help teachers detect the AI we use, I think the newer generation is coming around it and finding humanizers to humanize the AI text using AI. So I think on that note, it has also become easier for both teachers and students, and as long as we make sure that both sides are using it efficiently and getting more work done, I think it's still a good thing.
Thank you, that was very interesting. Thank you for that answer. Just a bit curious, where are we heading to? Are we going to replace all the teachers from now on? Because we talk about all the neural networks and the artificial intelligence, that's going to be even outperforming the human intelligence. Where are we heading to? So do we need really teachers in the future? Thank you.
I think I'll answer this question because a lot of my content was on psychology and cognitive psychology. Something that we need to understand is that, something that we all need to understand over here is that AI can never replace teachers because of the sole fact that understanding the minds and understanding the personality of every single student is not something that a robot can do, and I don't think it'll ever be able to do that. And one of the biggest features and one of the biggest things that we've all talked about today is that AI is not something that's going to replace teachers, but it's going to aid them and it's going to enable them to become better versions, to become more polished and refined teachers and modern teachers, teachers of the new world, who will be preparing the students, who will be preparing the young minds for a world that's rapidly changing and evolving at such a heavy rate, such a fast rate.
Thank you, Ishant. To add on to this, just a little thing. At the end of the day, or rather beginning of the day, it is we, the teachers, who when we enter the classroom, we look at the students and we say, oh, what happened? Something wrong with you? Is there something which is disturbing to you? It's not the AI. AI is helping the teachers to manage the workload in terms of academics and emotional shift. So our focus can be on the emotional building of the student to make them stronger to deal with the world that is ahead of them, so that they are in par with that world. Thank you. Any other question? Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Mine isn't really a question. I think it's just a, I think just to add on to what Miss was saying there with regards to student and teacher interaction. I think the basis of what we do and the basis of teachers and education is building relationships with students, right? So AI will never be able to replace that. Or, you know, like you said, the fact that you come in, you see your students, you understand what went wrong, what happened over the weekend, you know, how can we support the students? That element of AI will never replace those relationships that teachers create with those students. So I think that's the first thing to mention. The second thing to mention, and I think this is important as we travel on this journey, is understanding what the ethical use of AI looks like. So from a student perspective, from a teacher perspective, you know, what it could potentially lead to, and it shouldn't, is a situation where, you know, the teachers are designing an AI, a lesson plan using AI. The students are answering the questions based on AI, and then the teachers then using AI to examine. And ultimately, then it takes out the element behind using, you know, the human connection, using an understanding of where students are and where they should be, and actually that is digressing away from students making the progress that they need to. So I think what we need to do as educators is understand how we can use AI to most benefit the students without being in a position where AI is taking over everything and anything that we do and we lose the core element, which is helping our students to progress.
Two things that I would like to answer. One is that with regard to will teachers be loading students? You know, teachers cannot load without the knowledge of the principals and the leadership team, so it will never happen. There will always be moderation there. And the other thing is that I would like to just give a disclaimer saying that our students have prepared these things. It's not that DPS is, as a school, promoting any of those platforms. It's up to you to explore, identify and use those platforms. So it's a disclaimer from our end. We are not promoting any of those platforms. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And as we come to the closing of this panel discussion, once again, thank you to our brilliant panelists and engaged audience. Today's discussion highlighted AI's potential to personalize, collaborate, and innovate in education, but also the need for caution, equity, and human oversight. As we embrace this transformation, let's remember, success is not about following the algorithms, but learning when to go beyond it. It's high time we stop comparing and start collaborating. The future likely lies in hybrid models, blending AI efficiency with irreplaceable human touch of physical classrooms. AI is just an aid. Thank you and have a great day ahead.